Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in another video day, and today the Houston Astros are calling up Jake Bloss, starting pitcher, who has been pitching absolutely outstanding in 12 games this year with Corpus Christi, who is the Astros Double-A team. And I'm not going to lie, this worries me a little bit, going into a series where a very important home series against the Baltimore Orioles, where the Astros have been playing better baseball recently, have won their last couple series against the Tigers and the White Sox. The Astros are 4-2 in their last 6 games, and the Astros have been playing better baseball. Even have been having better pitching recently. Outside of the Astros loss that they had 13-5 last Saturday. Outside of that, the last 6 games, the pitching has been absolutely outstanding for the Astros in their last 6 games. But unfortunately, Justin Verlander has had his first stint on the IL this year. He was on the IL earlier on the year, but this is his first stint on the IL since he's been playing, and that really screws the Astros over because that leaves them with only 4 starters. You got Lance McCullers Jr. and Luis Garcia injured, and they're not going to be back until July or August. Hopefully they come back. You got Jose Urquidy, and also not only Jose Urquidy, but Christian Javier out for the season with Tommy John surgeries. You got 2 guys like Forrest Whitley in JP France who are currently on the minor league injured list. I think the 40-day injured list on the minor league. So there's not a lot of arms for the Astros, and this is probably the best choice for the Astros to potentially make. I think it was either this Jake Bloss, let the 22-year-old make his first start. I think it was either this or potentially let Ronel Blanco pitch, who it would be only 4 days of rest. That could have been your other option potentially, is Blanco, because Blanco pitched on Sunday. And that would give him 4 days of rest, because it'd be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It'd be 4 days of rest for Blanco. But I don't think that's something the Astros would want to do. I think Blanco's going to start Saturday, and Fromber will probably start Sunday for the Astros. We'll see if I'm right about that. But, I think that's something the Astros could have done outside of, calling up the 22-year-old Jake Bloss. But at the same time, obviously, a guy like Blanco is pitching well. You want to let him get his full rest, and so that probably would not have been a good choice. But the point is there's not a lot of arms for the Astros. There's nobody really that the Astros can bring in from the bullpen who can give you long work. Potentially maybe for relief for Jake Bloss, you could have a couple guys who can go an inning or two. But it's a tough situation starting off this series against the Orioles, and it's really tough that you're going with a guy who's in Double-A going up against this Orioles team, who's one of the best hitting teams in the American League. Not only they're one of the best American teams in the hitting, not only they're one of the best hitting teams in the American League right now, or in just total baseball, but they just put up 17 runs as a team against the New York Yankees, and put up like 7 or 8 runs against that pitcher, Luis Gil, who has absolutely been pitching lights out for the Yankees this year with a 2 ERA, and has been pitching great. And they got him crazy yesterday and won 17-5. So imagine what the damage they could do to a guy like Jake Bloss, who's a rookie 22-year-old pitcher from Double-A who's never pitched an MLB game in his career. Look, if you're going up against the White Sox, it would have been like, okay, like, this is fine. Against the White Sox, the mindset I would have would be, okay, you just got to hope maybe he can go out there and pitch 4 or 5 innings and give up probably 3 or 4 runs as a rookie, and the Astros offense will have his back, which it would have been the case in yesterday's 4-2. Astros won. What did the Astros win yesterday? It was 5-3, I believe the final score was yesterday. The Astros won 5-3. That would have been the case yesterday. I think the Astros would be able to get a win if Jake Bloss was starting against the White Sox. It's a way easier team to face. But against this Orioles team, it definitely makes me nervous, especially with the Astros rolling right now and they're playing better baseball and winning games and catching up. Already past the Rangers, catching up to the Mariners. This is not the time to be playing games, with losing potential home games. And obviously I think this is a tough situation for the Astros to potentially see. This is a tough situation for the Astros because you really have no other option. But I want to go over what Jake Bloss has done this year in the minor leagues. In 12 games in Double-A this year, he's 4-2 with a 1.74 ERA. He's pitched in 62 innings, giving up 68 hits with a 0.82 WHIP. Those are great numbers, but those are Double-A numbers. What will the numbers be for him translating to the MLB? Not just the MLB, but going up against a Baltimore Orioles team, which is one of the best offenses in baseball. An offense that just scored 17 runs yesterday and put up 8 or 7 runs against one of the Yankees' best pitchers, Luis Gil, who has a 2 ERA this year. So that's going to be interesting. This game, I'm going to be fully honest. This matchup right here, it gives me the Astros Rangers vibes, where the Astros, and thank God the offense had the pitching. Thank God the Astros offense had the pitching, the pitchers back. But there were that Rangers game earlier this year. It was a Monday. It was a 4-game Monday series. It was Friday through Monday in Arlington, and the Astros finished off the series against the Rangers in Texas, and the Astros had to go. I think who got scratched? I think Framber Valdez was scratched from his start. So the Astros had to go with a rookie and went with Blair Henley. And he was absolutely horrendous. He barely got out of the first inning. I don't even think he got out of the first inning. And he gave up like 5 runs in the first inning. Absolutely terrible. He was terrible. But thank God the Astros offense were able to bounce back and were able to score runs. And eventually I think they won the game 10-5. Absolutely did outstanding once they took out Blair Henley out of the game. The offense was able to back them up. But can that happen against a great Orioles team with Grayson Rodriguez, their ace on the mound? It's going to be really interesting. I'm not feeling really too good about Friday's outing going against this Orioles team, knowing our offense is going up against an ace in Grayson Rodriguez, who's absolutely pitched amazing this year, and then knowing that their amazing offense is going up against a Double-A pitcher who's 22 years old and has never pitched in MLB before. So yeah, I'm not feeling great about it, but I hope the Astros prove me wrong. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out. Go Astros.